am Mahkul. I am from Iran. I am a master's student in informatics and I am currently in my first semester.
Hi, I am Zulkanan. I came from Pakistan and right now I am studying my master's in optical technologies and laser physics.
Hi, my name is Nico. I'm from Iran and I study informatics master at Leibniz University.
Hi, my name is Shima. I come from Iran and I study Master of Informatics.
Hi, I'm Simon. I'm studying for my computer science degree and the bachelor's degree and I'm from Germany.
Hello, my name is Xin. I come from China. I am studying for a master's degree in production and logistics.
I chose this course because I wanted to experience something new. For example, working with students who study other majors and teamwork.
I didn't have experience with a remote team and that's why I chose IDP. In addition, that was a new challenge for me, working in an international team on this project.
The reason that why I choose international design project because I looked for a new experience to work with other international students and that was for me an awesome experience.
I chose the international design project because it sounded good to work with other people, different students from different countries, and I really look forward to build a simple solution to a big problem that is around in developing countries nowadays.
I chose this project because it can improve the local environmental problems and I think it's a meaningful international project. I'm very happy to participate in it.
The reason behind choosing IDP is that I have been working for so long with different remote teams from different origins and different qualification levels. But I never worked with a team from America. And when I heard that there is a course in which they are offering a joint venture with University of Purdue to design a project with a team from Purdue, then I decided, yes, this is the thing that I should do. So I eventually enrolled in the course and I put my efforts to complete the course, and I'm very happy that finally I got a chance to work with a remote team in America. So it was a very good experience and I really like it.
Our team is full of passion and creativity. Our priority is to make a model of stuff that can be used in developing countries so that the waste and garbage generated by residents in daily life can be fully burned, the emission of harmful gases can be reduced, and the ecological environment of developing countries can be protected. The goal of this project is to use recyclable materials as much as possible to reduce the carbon emissions so that the prototype produced by this project can be widely popularized and applied. For example, in Africa, in developing countries like Uganda, where the level of economic development is still relatively low, there are many places that lack advanced waste and garbage incineration treatment devices, and residents in many places still use the simplest stuffs to make fires and cook. So we can create a new type of stuff which has a filtering device, can reduce the emission of harmful gases, and at the same time the heat generated by stuff can also be used for heating or cooking. This can not only improve the local environmental problems but also provide convenience for the daily life of local residents. So our team thinks this is a very meaningful international cooperation project and we are very happy to participate in this project.
Considering the economic level of developing countries, it is highly unlikely that an advanced recycling or garbage incineration plant exists. Therefore, a huge amount of plastic waste is usually a major problem in these countries. Gas cylinders are widely common and affordable to a broad majority of people in developing countries. Therefore, we use it as the main body of our prototype.
I'd like to give you a summary of our challenges during our project. Firstly, we should to cut the gas pile very carefully and we need to ensure that the seating of the top cover and the stove is good enough. And we found that during our combustion test, the flame of the wood burning inside is easy to extinguish and did not last long, and we searched for the reason. We found that the oxygen supply inside the incinerator was insufficient, so we made more and larger round holes for ventilation at the bottom of the incinerator.
If a second prototype of the trash burning stove were to be built, we would definitely make changes on the exhaust. We would not use the catalyst with the original piping it comes with, but rather mount a big pipe to the side of the stove that has a bigger diameter than the piping of the catalyst, and we would cut out the main part of the catalyst and place it inside this pipe to get a better airflow. Also, we would build a little door to the side, into the side of the stove, that can be used for easy refueling of the stove without having to remove the lid every single time. We would put that on 2 hinges so it can open like a window. Since we had problems with the chimney seal to stick to the lid, we would try to mill a rabbet into the lid that the chimney seal can lay in, so that the glue has more surface to stick. To control the ventilation of the stove, we would build some kind of mechanism that can control the airflow. Since it was quite tricky to always line up the 4 clamps that our stove used to get the lid tight onto the stove, we would try to only use 1 clamp and a hinge on the opposite side of the clamp, so you can easily open and close the lid within seconds rather than having to align all the 4 clamps every single time. Our prototype met our expectations to an extent, since in the end we did get it to work. We did have to sacrifice some stove area because we had to put in the pipe, and we did run into some difficulties, but since we got 2 iterations done, we got quite where we wanted to be. The experience itself was good. Definitely learned a lot about prototyping, running through different iterations, and yeah, so I learned that the plan on the paper, like, you can plan a lot on paper, but in the end you do have to compromise, improvise, and just work your way around problems that you didn't expect at first.
Team priorities and goals were quite defined for the air conditioning project. Our main priority was to develop something which is useful and can be made using the reusable stuff or using scrap totally. All in all, in our project, we used the stuff from scrap from our home or from the garbage container of the university, where we usually have the electronic garbage or the metallic garbage and so on. The pot that we used is also from the garden from our professor, which was no more in use, that we used. And yeah, I can say that after finishing the project, we finally got our goal that we were aiming for the project. The country that we chose for the invention was South Sudan, as this is the poorest country in the world that do not have enough electricity to fulfill the requirement of the country, and the hot summer is very warm there. And normally people do not have access to air conditioning stuff, or they don't have so good cooling mechanism. That is why we thought that we should do something for the people over there. Like you are in America and we are in Germany, and we never face such situation as the people in South Sudan face. So eventually, I'm sure if the prototype that we develop is not suitable or not so good for America or Germany, but definitely I am sure, I'm 100% positive that it will be really useful in South Sudan. The first idea that we developed on paper was quite different as compared to ours that we developed physically. So on paper everything looks so easy, so similar, and so yeah, we can do it like in one night or so. But when you start developing, you have to modify the idea. For example, on paper we were using only one fan, but when we were developing the prototype, we figured out that one fan was not enough to make the whole room cool. So we decided to use more fans, and yeah, and then we used 4 fan in real prototype. The final idea that we chose was based on our research, our thermodynamic analysis that we did, the design analysis, and the other stuff, the cost and the availability of material. Based on all these aspects, we chose the final design.
As a summary of design and construction work with a focus on difficulties and challenges, we can say our final design project consists of a pole and 4 fans and a base for connectivity and connecting the fan on the pole. The power required by the fans is supplied by a 12-volt battery. To control water in the pole, we had to cover the hole inside the pole with ceramic glue. Adjusting the angle of the fans on the pole was very important because the direction air inlet and outlet must be adjusted so that the water inside the pot cools the outlet air. Several concrete suggestions for improvement for a second if a second prototype were to be built. The ideal design should be powered by solar energy, but we must keep in mind that solar batteries are very expensive and that can be a challenge in terms of economic efficiency.
Design definitely met our expectation. Our experience during the overall process was really good. We learned a lot of things during the project. For example, how to work in a team from different origin and different culture, how to work with a remote team, how to design a project from scratch to a physical prototype, how to do different analysis, how to fix the design problem that you did not have thought before, and then you face the problem while you are developing the prototype. So all in all, the IDP or International Design Project course was really beneficial for us, and it will definitely help us in our professional life, especially in project management or project development. I thank to our professor, Mr. Christian Tide, and the Leibniz University of Hannover, as well as the Purdue University from America for arranging such a skillful and such a beneficial course for us. Thank you very much. Bye.